One, two, three, funk it.
What is air pollution? Does it affect the people? Is it dangerous? The World Health Organization defines air pollution as the presence of materials in the air in such concentration which are harmful to man and his environment. A number of ingredients find their way in the air, and these are mostly gases, which rapidly spread over wide areas. Sources of air pollution. Various sources of air pollution are fossil fuels, industries, agricultural activities, wars, natural causes, and emission from vehicles. First, burning of fossil fuels. Burning of wood, charcoal, and other fossil fuels causes air pollution by the release of carbon dioxide and carbon sulfur dioxide. Petroleum consists mainly of hydrocarbons, sulfur, and nitrogen. Second, emissions from automobiles. Vehicles are mainly responsible for more than 80% of total air pollution. The major pollutants released from automobiles, locomotive, aircraft include carbon monoxide, unburned hydrocarbons, and nitrogen oxide. Third, industries. Paper and pulp factories, petroleum, refineries, fertilizer, plants, and steel industries, thermal power plants are the main source of air pollution. They add various harmful gases like carbon monoxide, sulfur oxide, nitrogen oxide, hydrocarbons to the atmosphere. Textile factories release cotton dust into the air. Cities experiencing this type of pollution are mostly in those areas where factories reside. The pesticide and insecticide industries are posing serious threat to the environment. Food processing industries and tanneries emit offensive odors. Release of poisonous gases from accidents also poses serious threats. Fourth, agricultural activities. Spraying of insecticides and weedicides also cause air pollution. This, when inhaled, creates severe problems to both animals and man. Fifth, wars. Various forms of explosive used in wars pollute the air by releasing poisonous gases. This greatly disturbs the ecology of the area. Nuclear explosions pollute air by radioactive rays. The effect of nuclear explosions on Hiroshima and Nagasaki are well-known examples. Sixth, natural causes. Gas emissions from active volcanoes, marsh gas, spores of fungi, and pollens are the natural causes of air pollution. Common air pollutants. Air pollutants are of two main types, gaseous and particulate. Oxides of carbon, nitrogen, and sulfur are gaseous pollutants. Particulate pollutants may be solid or liquid particles. Larger particles settle down quickly via sand and water droplets, whereas small dust particles remain suspended in air for a long time. These are added into the atmosphere by the processes of blasting, drilling, crushing, grinding, and mixing. 1. Carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide content of air has increased by 20% during the last century. Carbon dioxide causes nausea and headache. Its increase in the air may cause greenhouse effect, rise in the atmospheric temperature, and this may melt the polar ice, resulting in rise in level of oceans and flooding of coastal regions. 2. Carbon monoxide. It is a very poisonous gas and is produced by incomplete combustion of fuel. If inhaled, it combines with hemoglobin and reduces its oxygen carrying capacity. This leads to laziness, reduced vision, and death. 3. Oxides of nitrogen. These include nitrogen monoxide and nitrogen dioxide, which are released by automobiles and chemical industries as waste gases, and also by burning of materials. These are harmful and lower the oxygen carrying capacity of blood. 4. Oxides of sulfur. Sulfur dioxide are produced by burning of coal and petroleum and are harmful to building, clothing, plants, and animals. High concentration of sulfur dioxide causes sclerosis, plasmolysis, damage to mucous membrane, and metabolic inhibition. Sulfur dioxide reacts with water to form sulfuric and sulfurous acid. This may precipitate as rain or snow, producing acid rain and acid precipitation. 5. Photochemical oxidants. It is formed by the photochemical reactions between primary pollutants like oxide of nitrogen and hydrocarbons. Nitrogen oxide in the presence of sunlight react with unburned hydrocarbons to form peroxyacyl nitrate, ozone, aldehydes, and some other complex organic compounds in the air. 6. Hydrocarbons. These are unburned discharges from incomplete combustion of fuel in automobiles. This forms peroxyacyl with nitrogen oxide, which is highly toxic. 7. Particulate matter. Industries and automobiles release fine solid and liquid particles into the air. Fly ash and soot from burning of coal, metal dust containing lead, chromium, nickel, cadmium, zinc, and mercury from metallurgical processes. Cotton dust from textile mills and pesticides sprayed on crops are examples of particulate pollutants in the air. These are the injurious to respiratory tract. 8. Aerosols. Aerosols are chemicals released in the air in vapor form. These include fluorocarbon, a carbon compound having fluorine, present in emission from the jet aeroplanes. Aerosol depletes the ozone layer. 9. Radioactive substances. These are released by nuclear explosion and explosive. These are extremely harmful for health. 10. Fluorides. Rock, soils, and minerals containing fluorides release an extremely toxic gas called hydrogen fluoride in heating. This gas is highly injurious to livestock and cattle. Effects of air pollution to plants. First, sulfur oxide causes sclerosis and also results in the death of cells and tissues. Second, fluorides damage leafy vegetables such as lettuce and spinach. Third, oxides of nitrogen and fluorides reduce crop yields. Fourth, smog bleaches and blaze foliage of important leafy plants. Fifth, hydrocarbons cause premature yellowing, fall of leaves and flower buds, discoloration and curling of sepals and petals. Smoke and dust cover the leaf surface and reduce photosynthetic capacity of plants. 7. Ozone damages cereal, fruits, and cotton crops. Effect of air pollution to man. The effect of pollutants on animals and man are as follows. First, ozone causes dryness of mucous membranes, changes eye vision, and causes headache, pulmonary congestion, and oedema. Second, ozone has been reported to produce chromosomal aberrations. Third, Sulfur oxide causes drying of mouth, scratchy throat, smarting eyes, and disorder of respiratory tract. Fourth, sulfur oxide, carbon monoxide, and nitrogen oxide diffuse into bloodstream and reduce oxygen transport. Carbon monoxide damages cardiovascular system. Hydrocarbons and other pollutants act as carcinogen and lead to different cancers. What is climate change? Climate change is a newcomer to the international political and environmental agenda, having emerged as a major policy issue only in the late 1980s and thereafter. It has emerged since the 19th century that carbon dioxide in the atmosphere is a greenhouse gas. That is, its presence in the atmosphere helps to retain the incoming heat energy from the sun, thereby increasing the Earth's surface temperature. Of course, carbon dioxide is only one of the several such greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. Others include methane, nitrous oxide, and water vapor. However, only carbon dioxide is the most important greenhouse gas that is being affected by human activities. Carbon dioxide is generated by a multitude of processes. Rising concentration. The effect is that the atmosphere retains more of the sun's heat, warming the Earth's surface. While the pattern of future warming is very much open to debate, it is indisputable that the surface of the Earth was warmed on average 0.3 to 0.6 degrees Celsius since the late 19th century, when reliable temperature measurement began. Under the existing scenarios of economic growth and development leading to greenhouse gas emissions, on a worldwide average, temperatures would rise by 1 to 3.5 degrees Celsius by the year 2000s. And global mean sea level by about 15 to 95 centimeters. It is likely that changes of this magnitude and rapidity could cause severe problems for many natural and managed ecosystems.
I think I'm losing my mind, trying to stay